Did you know that technically every man on Earth started his existence as a female? It sounds like internet clickbait, but it explains the single most confusing biological mystery on the male body: nipples. Think about it. They serve zero function. You don't breastfeed. You don't produce milk to sustain life. You don't need them for reproduction. So why are they there? Are they just useless decorations? A mistake in the code? Here is the science. In the womb, nature has a default setting. For the first few weeks of existence, every human embryo follows the exact same architectural blueprint. At this stage, you are gender neutral, but phenotypically, you are building the foundation of a female body. During week 4, something ancient happens. Two distinct lines of thickened skin appear on the embryo's torso. Biologists call these the mammary ridges, or more commonly, the milk lines. In other mammals, like cats, dogs, or pigs, these lines stay active all the way down, which is why they have rows of 6 or 8 nipples. But in humans, evolution decided we don't need a litter, so the milk lines recede and disappear, leaving behind just 2 distinct buds on the chest. This happens incredibly early, long before your body has decided if it's going to be a boy or a girl. The nipples are the foundation. They are the drywall of the house, installed before the architect decides where to put the plumbing. For the first 6 weeks, the Y-chromosome is asleep. It does nothing. But around week 6 or 7, a master switch flips. It's a single gene called the SRY gene, the sex-determining region Y. Think of this as the genetic override button. Once the testes form, they begin pumping out massive amounts of testosterone. This is a hormonal tsunami. It floods the tiny embryo, reshaping the brain, the genitals, and the muscle fibers. It destroys the structures that would have become the uterus and fallopian tubes. But here is the catch. By the time this testosterone flood hits, the chest is already built. The nipples are already there. The nerve endings are hooked up. The breast tissue, technically called the mammary pad, is installed. Testosterone changes almost everything, but it ignores the nipples. Why? Because they aren't in the way. They don't stop the baby from becoming male. Nature operates on a good enough basis. It doesn't care for perfection. It cares for survival. You might ask, why didn't evolution just delete them? The answer is metabolic cost. In biology, it takes energy to build things, but it also takes complex genetic programming to remove things that have already formed. To create a genetic code that specifically says, if male, then delete nipples, would require a complex rewiring of the human genome. And for what benefit? Having nipples doesn't kill men. It doesn't stop them from reproducing. So evolution simply didn't bother to write the code to remove them. It's not a feature, it's a lack of a delete button. In fact, the hardware is all still there. Men have milk ducts. They have the nerves. Under extreme, rare conditions, men can actually produce milk. It's fully functional biological machinery, just left in the off position forever. So the next time you look in the mirror, don't look at your chest as a mistake. Look at it as a history book. Those are the remnants of your first few weeks of life. They are evidence that we all start from the same place. They are biological souvenirs from the brief time you were effectively female. Nature is messy, efficient, and sometimes just a little bit lazy. Thanks for watching.